Welcome everyone. Welcome to another preview. This will be a short preview of a Kickstarter game that's currently trying to gather money on Kickstarter called Counter-Terrorist Agency by Warsaw Systems. And it's actually quite an interesting concept. At first glance, when I saw the screenshots, I thought it was simply going to be a rehash of the 911 operator, which was quite, an interesting, fun, niche little game. But no, it's actually quite a bit different, as you will soon see. So the point of the game is that you're a counter-terrorist agency, and you operate all over the world, and you also sometimes operate above the law. A lot of the times, actually. And the point of the game is that the choices are up to you. How far are you going to go above the law, I suppose? Because you can actually use drones to kill terrorists. I suppose that's not really above the law. But you can, for example, interrogate people in, unapproved ways, like waterboarding and such, which of course does happen in the real world, unfortunately, but, well, that's how it is. Anyway. Either way, let's skip the tutorial for now. So this is the main screen where you will be spending most of your time. Now, this is the first and only mission that's available in the Kickstarter demo. So just, remember that everything you see may and possibly will change, hopefully for the better. So just don't expect any of this to be the finished product. So this very, very much reminds me of Plague Incorporated. Is it Plague Incorporated? Plague Evolved? I don't know. The game where you basically play as a virus or a bacteria or a parasite and you're trying to infect the entire world. You've got the world view, you've got the little planes flying about, and but that's pretty much where the similarities end, because of course you have your counter-terrorist agency and you've got terrorists that you're trying to discover, and of course figure out who the leaders are, who the people who have the money are, and so on and so forth, and obviously arrest them, or in some cases eliminate them. Now the game is going on, of course. There's stuff going on while I'm babbling about this, and I'm obviously not playing the right way because I want to just show you what the game is all about, so I can explain some things. So there's quite a lot of countries here. I'm quite happy about that. Usually games like to simplify things, so Africa certainly wouldn't have all these countries that it does. Or Europe wouldn't either. At most, usually it would have like Spain, England, France, Germany, maybe Austria and Switzerland, but usually, they sort of bundle it all together. But anyway, each country, as you can see up here as I hover over them, has the obvious name, and then the threat of terrorism. Then you've got how many attacks have happened. I don't know what kind of a timeline that is in. Is that like in the past year or month or whatever? And then you've got casualties, dead and injured. There's quite a lot in Nigeria. 22,000 dead and 10,000 injured. Even more here, 134,000 injured. It's pretty bad. And then you've got the CTA treated, because the way you approach things, and I suppose if you arrest or kill innocents, your agency is not going to be treated very well by the country. And in fact, if you lose too much reputation, which is over here, countries will stop their funding, I believe, or perhaps even not allow you to conduct operations in their countries. So it's a little bit like XCOM, I suppose. And then, of course, we've got the resources. Now, these are not global resources. These are resources that are depending on the country. So, for example, we've got nothing in China, but we do have some information bars in Russia. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Anyway, let's see it. Let's see France. We've got unlimited information bars. We've got 8 wiretaps, which is this. Wait, country. Oh, this is country information. This is all of it. Okay. We've got 8 wiretaps, which means that we can listen into phone calls. We've got 2... or is that 8? I'm not exactly sure what that is. We've got 8 cars, which means 8 police arrests, 5 something, and so on and so forth. And we've got 0 drone strikes as well. Anyway, you've got a range of things available to you to deal with these suspects, and then time simply flies. That's one of my biggest complaints right now about this tech demo. Again, it is a demo of a Kickstarter game, so far from being done. Although they do show on Steam that apparently it's going to be done at the end of towards the end of this year, Q4. So yeah, quite a bit still to do, I suppose. The UI could use some work, I suppose. It doesn't sometimes work. For example, if you click and show to hide and show suspects, sometimes you need to click twice, and even then it doesn't seem to work, but that's just a bug. Of course, now I don't have any suspects because I haven't really been following any of this. So if I click on these exclamation marks, we get the event data. Islamabad police reports Anissa Lelouch captured carrying a gun in public with fake gun permit. Gun confiscated, suspect released with no charges. Oh yeah, that's what it is. We can add her to our suspect list by doing this. Bloop. There we go. Suspect added to case file. And we cannot do any of this because we don't have any resources available over there. Now we've got a phone call going. Let's click on this. This is actually recorded.
Hello?
Welcome, brother. Are you okay? Your wife?
All good, thank you.
We need to talk about our project.
Of course.
I'm a little worried you are late with work. There can be no delay.
Don't worry. I can manage this.
Will it work? 100%?
Yes. The device is very reliable.
What is the supposed radius?
You mean the radius of the blast?
Yes.
At least 20 meters.
And detonation method. Did you consider my idea?
Yes, the device has a built-in timer just in case, but essentially you can set it to detect a given number of likes on any social media post. It's equipped with a GSM modem.
Great. So when my post reaches 72 likes, it'll blow up?
Yes, you can set it that way.
That's all I need to know. Let's talk again soon, and don't be late.
I won't.
Alright, so let's track this, which means that both of these suspects are now tracked. So if I click the show suspects, we've got the suspects up. Now this is a bit of an annoying thing because suspects seem to disappear again, and you have to re-click this all over again to see. No, I wanted to do the stuff. Come on. There. So we can start wiretapping these guys. I'm not really sure why I cannot wiretap them. That's a bit odd. Why can I not wiretap them? I was able to do that before. I suppose I already am tracking them. Yeah, not really sure. Anyway, here's the tech tree. You get points for arresting suspects, for adding them to your case files, and so on and so forth. And you've got little tech trees for action, information, and diplomacy. And you can unlock various things. For example, arresting people. I don't really know why that's required to be unlocked to actually arrest people, but I suppose you're sort of like an extra governmental agency, so you have to, I don't know, use different lines of communication with various governments across the world to actually get them to do things. I don't know, I suppose it's like that. But yeah, you collect points and you unlock things, and right now there's only these 3, I believe, available. Oh yeah, there's the wiretapping. That's what I need. It costs 20. That's why I cannot wiretap them. But anyway, you get these phone calls, and once you wiretap them, I suppose you get more phone calls from them. Otherwise, you don't. I'm not really sure on exactly how that works. But right now, you can see that I'm almost halfway done with this mission, and I've pretty much done nothing, and my reputation has been going down. Not really sure why. I haven't been doing anything horrible. But yeah, it's because I'm, I'm explaining how the game works here. But yeah, I would like to see these planes not sort of strafe so much and actually have a bit more meaning. They're just a in the way right now. I don't really need this information of the planes flying about if there's really no point in them. I mean, at least show me the various airports then, if you want. and have them fly at a lower rate. But like I said, the biggest problem right now I have with this game is that it just flies way too fast. Now, it might seem very calm right now, and you're probably thinking, why? There's nothing going on. Why would you want the game to run even slower? If you play this normally, like you're supposed to, you will get stuff going on all the time. Suspects, calls, messages, this, that. You will usually not have a lot of time to actually check things and read the stuff, because I believe the game doesn't even pause while you do it. So you're just getting bombarded with various things, and also with the tooltips from the game itself, and it's just, it's not enjoyable. But fortunately, that's something that's easily fixed. There is no pause in the game. You can open the menu, but of course you cannot do anything while you have the game paused in the menu. Now, I kind of understand why they don't want you to pause the game, because, you know, you cannot pause terrorism, you have to actually deal with it. But like I said, it would be nice to have it go a little slower at least, or at least have some sort of a option to slow time down, if not just stop it altogether. So anyway, it's basically a detective game. You're trying to... Wait, what's this? What? Right, no data. You're trying to find out about a certain terrorist cell, or a far, you know, extreme left or right group, or whatever, or a cult, as far as I could read in the description, and you're trying to dismantle them. You try to stop whatever they're planning. In this case, they're trying to bomb the European Football League here. So we're gonna try to stop that, and obviously we need to find who the suspects that will be doing the actual bombing are. Wait a second. Mohammed Anderson, check-in at Berlin-Brandenburg Airport for flight. Oh yeah, because we've had his phone call before.
Yes?
Do you remember me?
Who is it?
You should remember me.
Just tell me who you are.
We met last week, remember? You gave me your number. God told me that we belong to each other.
Wait, what?
God told me that. We'll be together and all others will die.
This is kinda creepy, you know?
I need you to do something for me.
Look, it was a random encounter and short talk, that's it.
You owe me this.
I owe you nothing. Stop calling, alright? I should have never given you my number.
You will regret this, but we can meet and fix things.
Yeah, right. I'm blocking your number. Bye-bye.
I actually like this voice actor. This was a lot more like you would expect. You know, the previous voice call we had was a little bit too clean. It was like, look, it was a random encounter and a short talk. That's it. You know, and this one was look, it was a random encounter, and, you know, like he would actually talk to a stranger trying to, I don't know, weirdly stalk you. So here we actually get a breather because the game is paused. So we can track this or just ignore it, but I do want to track this guy. I mean, we've obviously just lost this game already because I haven't been doing the right stuff. So this guy is flying somewhere. We could try to arrest him, obviously, but the annoying thing is they often run. Oh yeah, I should have enough for wiretapping, for example. Let's upgrade that and start wiretapping suspects. So come on. Let's wiretap this guy. And definitely wiretap this guy.
Suspect has been wiretapped.
And that guy as well.
Suspect has been wiretapped.
And her. And of course she now disappeared.
Suspect has been wiretapped.
Come on. Yeah, the UI really doesn't want to work with you sometimes. And you also get to read private messages. Let's add this guy and wiretap him. Start of captured data. Are you sober? Of course I am. Okay, the plan is as follows. You will come to Paris and prepare yourself for the big day. Okay, and then what? You will use a truck filled with explosives. Drive into the crowd outside stadium, killing as many as possible. Oh, come on. Stop. As many as possible. Eventually the truck will stop and then I press the switch. Exactly. I think we finally understand each other. Definitely. Okay, so obviously this is some bad stuff going on here. He's either the main guy that will be doing the bombing, or he's some kind of a backup or whatever, or, you know. So we definitely want to arrest him. And he obviously is setting things up as well, so we'll be trying to arrest him. So let's see. Did we not add him? Let's see. Where was he? I don't know, he's gone. Or he's the one that's flying, actually. So we want to arrest this guy, but we cannot because... Okay, now hide him. Because we've got... well, we've got one arrest available. Not really sure why we cannot do it. Invest, check in at Stockholm Arlanda Airport for flight. Okay, this is also something that annoys me. Once they're on the airport, at the airport, you cannot seem to arrest them. I mean, seriously?
Suspect has been wiretapped.
At the airport of all the places where I'm assuming it would be the easiest to actually capture them. But yeah, you cannot give the order to actually capture them. Also, these planes that the suspects are on move extraordinarily slow. Now, she's flying there as well. I think she's the main bomber. That's another thing that sort of... oh yeah, I cannot arrest them because I haven't upgraded the arrest. Silly me. It sort of... Come on. Worries me. So, you have this game.
Suspect on the run. I repeat, suspect on the run.
Of course, I hate this. You have this game with a certain number of missions in the campaign. And unless they're going to do some randomizing, you will always know how the mission will progress. Unless you haven't played it before. So there will only be a certain number of them, and I don't know, replayability won't really be up there as it should be. Let's arrest this guy. So that's hopefully something they will do, but...
Suspect on the run. I repeat,
oh,
suspect
come
on
on,
the run.
seriously. But the problem with that is also that it seems they're trying to go for fully recorded voice calls, and so on and so forth. And that just means that unless they use a very, very good text-to-voice... Oh yeah. Anissa Lelouch is on the plane to Paris. CIA analysts are certain she's going to perform an attack during Football League final finale using hijacked plane. CTA can unofficially blah 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 contact separates. Blah blah blah. See, there's not enough time. Just give me some bloody time. What's this? Plane crash. More than 100 fatalities is confirmed. Sources claim plane was shot down. So yeah, here's a where you can actually do some very, very above the law stuff. You know, actually contacting separatists as to shoot down a plane. I mean, that's pretty crazy, but well, that's what you can do. And now they're going to bomb that unless we do something about it. So let's see. Come on, show me suspects. Let's try to arrest these two again. Can we actually do it now?
Mission completed.
Due to poor decisions
Suspect on the run.
and loss
I
of...
repeat, suspect on the run.
Shut up. And loss of credibility, all operations of CTA have been terminated, and its prerogatives have been withdrawn. Terrorists uncovered 5, terrorists arrested 1, terrorists killed 1, and my reputation was 24%. But of course, I wasn't really playing this how you're supposed to. But, you know, this was just a very short preview of what you could expect. Now, this game is on the Kickstarter right now, so you can go and support it. Like I said, a very interesting concept. I really like the idea of playing this weird, secretive organization in a way, and having this detective-like strategy game play out. But I do have quite a few concerns as well, like I said. You know, recorded stuff that will always be the same. Missions that might not be randomized. Suspects that might stay always the same because, well, you've got recorded messages. Game running a bit too fast. Like, there's just, you know, stuff running all the time. And I already knew what was going to happen in a way. But anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this very, very short preview of the Kickstarter game, Counter-Terrorist Agency. Interesting niche game. I'll put all the links down below, and I'll see you in another preview. Bye-bye.